We have a question from Scott from Dallas, Texas. And Scott says, first, we really enjoy the Aloha Friday show. Thanks, Scott. I really enjoy it too. We learn something new each week from Peter and the real estate experts. Yes, so do I. Actually, Scott, I learn something new every week as well. Scott says, my wife and I are retiring in mid-2022, and we're in our early 60s and dream of moving to Maui, where we have enjoyed visiting the past 35 years. We prefer a single-family home, low to no maintenance, and newer if possible. This will be our primary residence, but we anticipate traveling for approximately 5 months per year. We prefer not to exceed $1.5 million, and the purchase will be a cash transaction. So, Heidi, what are your thoughts on Hokulani Golf Villas? The floor plans, the square footage, the pricing, and golf course seem to fit our wish list. Do you know of any new construction projects coming up within the next 1 to 3 years that we should put on our radar? And to everyone, we love the Hawaiian culture, people, and history. What kind of advice can you give that would allow us to be accepted into the Hawaiian community as seamlessly as possible? Various volunteering opportunities in the community and the thought church and through church come to mind. Are we on the right track? Great question, Scott. Heidi, how do you respond to Scott?
Well, Scott, thanks so much for reaching out and for your question. Hokulani Golf Villas it's a very popular community and newer construction in Kihei. There's not a lot of new construction on Maui, but another new project that you might keep on your radar is Wailea Hills. Anticipated delivery, though, on that one is, I believe, 2023. So it might be just a little bit out. But the La'iloa is the first phase of Wailea Hills, and it's going to be oriented on the 7th hole of the Wailea Blue Golf Course. There's 15 buildings, modern architecture. It's terraced to really take advantage of the views of the outer islands and the West Maui Mountains. And happy to send you some more information on that, as they release it and it gets developed. One of the reasons Hokulani Golf Villas, I think, was really popular is because it's a condominium community where a lot of things are taken care of for you, but they are freestanding homes and you do have garages as well. Another community like that that comes to mind, it's about 20 years old. It was built about 20 years ago, is the Vintage. Again, freestanding homes, you have a garage, but it is a condominium community where they take care of all the landscaping, take care of the pool, take care of everything for you. So those would be a couple things to think about, and yeah, happy to help.
Thank you, Heidi. Just to kind of just to keep on this theme of the dream, let's just kind of replace the title there with dream of moving to Maui and say dream to moving to, let's say, Big Island. Dylan, what would you do what would you recommend to Scott? He's looking at a price range of 1.5. Where would you tell Scott to look at? Relatively newer construction he's looking for, apparently, wants to be near, likes the golf course. Where would you tell Scott to look at on the Big Island?
We have a ton of options in that price range. So that's definitely something, if you don't settle on Maui, you definitely want to look on the Big Island. There's many communities, and one of the advantages of the Big Island is we're big. So a lot of these newer developments with nice new construction, they do them on 1 acre pieces of land. So you're not crammed into small lots. And so there's Makale Estates, there's Kona Hills, there's all of these different subdivisions on the upper highway, so you had a nice elevation, stunning views, and of course there's tons of golf courses in Kona, so you may not be right on one, but you're 15-20 minutes away from several that you can choose from. So that's if you're in Kona. If you want to be out in the Waikoloa area, you're more looking, there's a couple of areas where you can get a single family home, but a lot of them are more condo type properties, but you'll have plenty of options in that 1.5 price range. Great views, pool, everything you could want.
Thanks, Dylan. Scott, let's just kind of open up a little bit over here, because Oahu is kind of different. If you had, let's take away the requirement of a house versus condo. So house or condo. If you had right, because we have to open up here. We're just dreaming, right? We're just dreaming because we know Scott wants to go to Maui, but let's just take the overall idea of someone like Scott, 1.5 on Oahu, wants something new, wants a house, would prefer a house, but condo's open too. What would you recommend?
Yeah, there's a couple of different development projects that are going on. And actually, I happened to take a look at my phone, and Koa Ridge Nanea just announced while we were on the show that they're going to be releasing a new phase. So if anybody's interested, get in touch with me, because they're going to start doing the lottery portion on that. But yeah, there's a great new construction one out in Kapolei that's on the Kapolei golf course. There, you can also get Huakalei. Actually, I got into a backup offer earlier this week on a golf course frontage in Huakalei down in Eva, which is like the Ocean Point area, 3,700 square feet, great, and we're right around the 1.5 range. You can go Coco Villas, which is newer, down in Hawaii Kai on the Hawaii Kai golf course. I had a client that had the premier home there right on the golf course, elevated up. He had ocean and Molokai views in the distance, which is really neat. Or you can go Kaka'ako Condo. That's where most of our condo towers are going, the vertical kind of towers are going, and that gives you just a different urban core lifestyle. You can also be in Hawaii Kai right next to the Mid-Pac golf course in a single family home in that price point. So you got a ton of options in different areas.
This is what I love about this team. I keep saying again, and forgive me, everyone, for repeating myself, but it is so great to be with people who know what they're doing. It's just so awesome.